Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Diecast Showcase zone that isn't. You may notice some things that are quite different about this week's Diecast review. We're not in the Diecast Showcase zone. In fact, I'm in a hotel in Northamptonshire, and I'm actually joined by my boss at Downforce Radio, Jake Sanson. How you doing?
Very well, mate. Yes, quite happy to be here.
Yeah, and you may be wondering what on earth's going on. It's all a little bit different here in the Diecast review zone this week. I will explain why when we get into it. One thing that hasn't changed is the awesome looking paint scheme on our diecast for this week. It's on box. Yeah, that's about as much as you need to know about the box. There's no dents or scratches. And this thing got smashed to pieces. Zingy, that's a good word. Oh, excuse me. It's sloppy. I've seen paper customs on YouTube done better than this. So this week's diecast review is on Chase Elliott's number 25, 2015 NAPA Chevrolet. Now this is a car, he's only running about 5 or 10 races in this year. Preparing him, it's a rookie campaign, preparing him. See the rookie strap on the back there. Excuse the massive fingers. I'm using my iPad as well. It's all a little bit different this week. As I explained in the intro, it is a bit different because I'm actually in a hotel in Northamptonshire. And when you watch this video, I will have finished a day of commentating on pickup truck racing at the Rockingham Oval, the Rockingham Motor Speedway, not the one in North Carolina, the one here in the UK. It's a great 1.5 mile quad oval, and the Pickup Truck Racing Championship is basically our UK NASCAR series. It's great stuff. Jake will testify. It's fantastic.
It's about as close to NASCAR that we're ever going to get in the United Kingdom, and it is just as close, just as fast, and just as spectacular to watch.
It's absolutely immense stuff. I will have finished commentating on it when you see this video, but as it stands, I would not have been able to record this video back at home because I'm actually staying up at the track over the weekend. So, yeah, welcome to our hotel room. We're recording it from in the hotel room. I'm not at my desk at home for this one, but we press on regardless. It's not going to stop our diecast reviews. This is Chase Elliott's number 25 car for this year. Of course, this is the car that's going to be getting some Cup experience in until he takes over the hottest seat in NASCAR next year, Jeff Gordon's car. And Jake, to be honest, that's a bit like replacing Michael Schumacher with Stoffel Van Dorn. He's got big shoes to fill over there.
He really has, but having seen some of his performances in the last 2 to 3 seasons in the NASCAR Nationwide and the Sprint Cup, if there's anybody who's going to be able to fill the shoes well, it's Chase Elliott. He's just got that special something. He's got the ingredients for superstar written all over him.
I cannot agree more. And this is from a man whose conversion to NASCAR has come fairly late on. Just tell us how you got into the sport as a man who's grown up loving British motorsport, meaning the head of Downforce Radio, the nation's motorsport station. Where did the love of NASCAR begin?
Well, the love of NASCAR, I suppose, really began with Days of Thunder, watching that as a teenager. But being British and being very, very poor, couldn't afford Sky, couldn't afford anything satellite TV, none of that, so couldn't watch NASCAR at all. It was only really this year I actually got to watch my first race live from start to finish, uninterrupted. And it was Daytona. Oh, God, what an introduction.
It was the Daytona 500 where they decided going 3x3x3 for about 25 cars deep.
It's like they were waiting for Jake Sanson to watch his first NASCAR race. Right, we're going to give you a show now.
It's like when those birds kind of plume their feathers out. They're like, right, let's put on a good show now. Let's do it. It was an incredible race. Only the final half a lap was a bit disappointing, but hey, sometimes you can't avoid that in NASCAR. But what a good start to watching in NASCAR then.
Well, I have to say, having seen that race, and loads of people have said to me, oh, NASCAR, they're just going round in circles.
Oh my God.
No. I genuinely, having seen that race, I know now that these guys are not just the best in their sport, but some of the best in motorsport in general. You know, that's world-class skill that goes into racing that.
You're preaching to the converted here on Team Bombersports, and it's so good to hear that, because I've been obviously banging the drum for NASCAR for years, but being a NASCAR fan in the UK, it's not particularly cool. Because as you say, you get a lot of the, oh, it's rednecks turning left for 4 hours. How hard can that be?
Yeah,
Ask one Pablo Montoya.
I suppose it's a bit like a Frenchman cheering for snooker, isn't it, really? It doesn't really work as a concept. You're on your own there.
That's a great analogy. That's a great way of putting it. Yeah, absolutely. So it's, obviously you've given me the chance to talk about how much I love NASCAR and stuff on Downforce USA, which has been really awesome. You can listen to that fortnightly on Tuesdays. Shameless plug.
Yeah.
But let's get back to the diecast show and let's have a look at this thing. This is very much based on Chase Elliott's 2014 Nationwide Series winning car. It's basically the same pattern on it. You see there on the side, those kind of yellow slashes down the side. It's a little bit fussy for my liking, I think is the best way of putting it. But there's something timelessly cool about the NAPA blue and the NAPA logos on it. It doesn't matter what car it's been on. It always looked good. I remember Michael Waltrip running these colours back in 2003 through about 05, 06, and whenever Napa's been on any car, it's looked great. And Chase Elliott really rocks these colours with pride. I like the number 25 on the car as well. That obviously calls back to the days of Tim Richmond, Ken Schrader. That's a quite historic number for Hendrick Motorsports. A lot of people thought he might use that number next year instead of going straight for the 24, but he's gone straight for the 24, which is fair enough. And as you said, Jake, I think I think he'll do okay. I think he'll be all right.
I think he will. I think it's going to take a few races for him to really hit the front in the major way that we were expecting Jeff Gordon to do. I don't know, maybe not the championship next year, but the year after, I think he'll definitely have what it takes. 2017, 2018, that's when he'll be really rocking those shoes. 2017,
2018, potentially, Chase Elliott could be Sprint Cup champion. That's a big prediction to make.
That's my prediction, yeah, that's my prediction.
You're sticking by it as well. I admire you. You're a man of conviction, Jake. And, well, the diecast itself of this car is fantastic. It's one of those other cars that is fairly limited in that it doesn't actually run that many races, but they've still made it anyway. I guess because Chase Elliott is the man of the moment right now as the reigning Nationwide Series or Xfinity Series champion. And it's a good car to make. It's a very good one. It's not realistic to the Martinsville race or some of the ones he's had this year where it's been very beaten up at the end of the race, but it's good for that. There's the front end. Very clean, as you can see. These are good diecasts. These are pretty good. I mean, through about halfway through last year, these Lionel diecasts were very shoddy. But they've kind of stepped their game up, as you'd expect from the official diecast supplier of NASCAR. They kind of had to, really. And coming in from other sports, what I do love how NASCAR gives so much attention to its merchandise. There is no other motorsport in the world that has such a huge range of model diecasts so readily available.
I feel 11 again looking at it. So, no, that's a good thing. That's a compliment. You know, when I was a kid, I had, you know, billions of different model cars. I had some Formula 1s that took me years and years to collect because Matchbox did a few and Hot Wheels did a couple, I think, as well. Majorette over in France. They were
yes,
really
I remember
good.
Those.
Majorette, very good. Every time I go abroad, I go down the supermarket aisle and I do look for Majorettes again because they're really nice. But these, it's just so detailed. If Formula 1 could make cars like this for, you know, diecast and playing with, just for the kids to have a muck about with, they'd be doing so much better on their commercial market. They're missing a trick here, and it just looks so much like the real thing. It's brilliant. It's not a toy. It's just a genuine replica, and it's so well crafted. They're quite strong in appearance as well. Just feeling the weight of it as well. Massive thumbs there. There you go.
Ginormous thumbs.
Ginormous thumbs. But just feeling the weight of it, you know, that is literally... It's only about a couple of pounds in weight, and there's just so much detail. It is fantastic. I mean, you go closing in just a little bit, you can see so much detail on this thing. It's wonderful, even down to the tiny, tiny little decals that you get on the side of the door there that are quite common. The contingency decals. There's so much detail. It's so brilliantly made. I want lots of them now. I want lots of them. A whole field.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There's the outsider perspective coming in on NASCAR and its diecasts. Big double thumbs up from Jake Sanson over there.
Well, there's one.
There's the shadow of one. There's a very massive thumbs up
and
there.
And there's the other.
And there's the other one. There's enormous thumbs up. So that's a double thumbs up, and I have to second that for this diecast. It's great, mainly because the paint scheme is awesome. Leon have done a great job replicating it here. So this has been my diecast review of Chase Elliott's 2015 number 25 Napa Chevrolet. I look forward to seeing how his number 24 car is going to look in 2016, hopefully when it's in victory lane. I'll see you next time, Bombers. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Lock back in later in the week. The next part of Bombersports Plays, NASCAR 15 will be up. It's a trip to Vegas. This will be fun. See you next time, Bombers.